Okay, so this is my exhibit, Remains to be Seen. Private Geniza Collection 2012. I was inspired by the Cairo Geniza and reading about it, thinking about it, and the fact that here at the JTS Library there are 35,000 fragments from the Cairo Geniza. So I created my own homage. There are a few objects here. The first is this. It's a poster of photos I took in an abandoned synagogue in Los Angeles. That's its own a Geniza. It's all a discarded, sacred, not sacred, usable, useful space. Many of the objects here and the images here are holy objects. And this is going to become a community center for the Latino community. So the building itself is a discarded item. Then over here is one of the books that I found in LA at around the same time as I took those photos. And this prayer book basically is totally falling apart. Maybe you can get a closer look at it. And the thing itself is really discarded imagery, and it's just so gorgeous the way it's been eaten up. The other item here is my iPhone, which is a Geniza item. In traditional Geniza, only sacred books with God's name go into the Geniza and are buried in a cemetery because they're holy books. So this iPhone has all of the Talmud, all of the Torah, all of the Jewish texts on it as apps, but also all these love letters that I wrote for an affair that might or might not manifest. I don't know yet, but it's a long time ago. And I can't retrieve those texts, so this is holy text. Love is divine. What's so cool about it is that when I took those photos, I found this sort of thing of how to learn the alphabet in the LA synagogue. And then the Cairo Geniza there's a fragment here in the JTS library, which is this, same thing, a primer. The alphabet, letter by letter. This one comes from the 11th century in Cairo. So the notion of what is sacred and what is trash and how we throw things out and what becomes important. This was like a kid's thing, as was this, but now it becomes something holy. So how holy and not holy work together. And then there's two more objects here that I created. The first is this. So in this past December, my father sat Shiva for his older brother. It was the first time my father sat Shiva in his life, and he was in his late 80s. He wore this shirt for the entire week. This is the tear that he made, as is the law. And once the Shiva week was over, my mom took all the buttons off from the front and from the sleeves. I'm not 100% sure why she took them off. I think mostly because she wanted to preserve the buttons. But this shirt kind of sat there, and it was kind of garbage, but it's not garbage. It's kind of holy because my father wore it at a Shiva, and I thought the Shiva shirt in itself is an object. It's Geniza. It's neither holy nor not. And then I created this object, which is basically the Limud conference, which happens every year. It's 3 days of Jewish learning. It has hundreds of people, and everyone recycles a lot of Jewish texts and photocopies. And they gave me the entire box of their Geniza from this past January. There were about like 3,000 different documents. I recycled them, tore them up, and with paper mache built this thing, the Geniza box, which can be used by the next Limud conference as their box for recycled Geniza materials. The Limud folks are coming today to pick it up. I mean, they will pick it up when the exhibit is over. These are from the JTS library. These are discarded books and photocopies of holy books. So what's holy, what's not? How do we recycle the sacred and make it our own? This is Remains to be Seen, my exhibit. It's part of volumes number 3, which is the year-end art show at JTS, curated by Toby Khan, and there are lots of amazing art pieces here, and I'm very honored that my story is one of them.